Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone is super close to the floor. It seems that not too much energy of the day. I have a good news. We will start the whole practice lying down on our back, okay? But, if you have, everyone has an extra mat. If your mat looks like this, flat, in this case, please just unroll your mat and roll your mat or fold your mat in a way that you have a nice, kind of like a pancake or whatever. So, and of course, you can later adjust, make it higher, make it lower, or do something, which is okay. And as we are lying down on the floor, this is coming underneath the shoulder blades, okay? So around this area, okay? So you're just lying down, and your arms above the folded mat. Your shoulders, they are not touching the floor, okay? Open your arms nice and wide. Open your arms nice and wide and rest your arms on the floor above the mat, okay? If you want, keep your legs straight. Exactly. If you want, bend your knees. Bring your knees together. If you want, legs into butterfly pose. Okay, that's it. Make sure the pose is relatively comfortable. Exactly, that's nice. Yeah, that's the key. If you move just a little bit further up, I think is nice. Up, 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 up. You moving up. You up. Exactly. And just relax your shoulders. Okay, is alright? Okay, perfect. Right, I think if you move this a little bit further up, because probably you feel nothing. Okay? And just close your eyes if you find your position. Nemo, can you move the whole body a little bit further up or move this down? Okay, now lie down, try now. How is that? It's okay. And if you found your position, just close your eyes. Having a nice deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, open the mouth and exhale out. Tanya, can you lift your cheek a little bit? That's it. Okay. Super. Lift your head. Lift your head. And okay. It's okay. Breathing in and out through your nose. And with every single exhale, allow your body to be nice and heavy, soft on the floor. Everyone arrived this morning a little bit, it seems tired, a little bit heavy, because of emotions, because of thoughts, because of the body itself. And probably if I say for you that today is the day of Divine Father, the day of the Sun, the day to connect with your own divinity, maybe that will be the moment that please leave me alone with the divinity. I feel everything but divine. I feel I'm everything. I'm superhuman, more than human today than divine. There is no divine within me. The self with big S, the divine you, is there, is sitting there. You remember the little flower yesterday. Sometimes we fear that this little flower is still closed. We are sitting somewhere deep, deep, deep down in this little flower. Today is the day. We are end of the Trasana. The flower is open now, and we can just smell the beautiful fragrance of the flower. We can see the beautiful colors of the flower. We can see the divinity of the flower. And the divinity of other people and our own divinity, which is there, but yes, sometimes we need to go deep, deep down in the darkness and bring it up into the light, dig out from the mud. And this is the day today you might be able to see more clearly your divinity. You might be able to remove the layers which year by year they've been just collected on the top of your divine essence. And yes, peeling up these layers, which are basically part of you, is not easy. Yes, it can be painful. We will do lots of standing pose today, which will help you to get a little bit more grounded. And as just the seed, the previous, this Trasana, today is the last Trasana of the Naval Canil seed. As the seeds slowly start to get destroyed, start to get cracked, and growing the roots down, you are growing your roots down, and slowly the plant will grow. And hopefully one day you will see your own divinity, the flower, the colors, the sense in its full beauty. So today just let go everything. Let go your, if you are resisting, let go everything and just be, go with the flow. Just be with the life. Just trust whatever happens, happening with a reason. Yes, sometimes it's very difficult, it's very challenging. But as we have a little bit more windy morning, as you see the leaves, or even the birds traveling with the wind, this is what we do today. Just allow yourself to be happy in this very moment, and just go with the flow. Let's change this posture a little bit, okay? If your legs been straight, slowly bring your legs back into butterfly pose. Bend your knees. If your knees bent, knees pointing towards the ceiling, open your legs into butterfly pose, okay? And we will slowly open the right knee. Imagine your legs like a book, and close the right knee on the top of the left one, okay? Bring the right knee on the top of the left, like you're closing a book, okay? So both knees pointing towards the entrance. Turn your head towards the right. Inhale, legs back into butterfly pose, soles of the feet together, open your knees wide. As you exhale, close the book, left knee resting on the top of the right knee, and turn your head towards the left, okay? If it's too much to work with the mat underneath, just remove the mat. Otherwise, 3 more times on each side. Breathing in, opening the book, exhaling out, close the book. Work very slowly, slow down your breath, and again, breathing in, opening your book. Imagine this is the book of your life. As you exhale, you kind of turning the page in the book. Nice. And again, breathing in, open up. Allow your legs to be heavy. And as you exhale, close. Beautiful. Nice. Again, opening up. Both knees are very heavy. Both knees pulled towards the floor. As you exhale, turn the page in the book. Bring the knees together. Good. One more time on each side. Opening your knees. Closing your knees. Beautiful. And again, opening your knees. And closing your knees. Good. And now keep your knees closed. Keep your knees, both knees on the floor. Doesn't matter right or left side. Perfect. And slowly find your way to come up into seated position. So bring that hand which was behind you, front of you, press your palm into the floor, and come up into seated pose. You can remove the folded mat. Of course, if you sit like this, in this case, keep the folded mat underneath your body. Bring the soles of the feet together. Again, stay legs in kind of diamond shape, and just folding forward. Okay, just fold forward. Keep distance between the seat bones, between your heels. Bring the chin quite close to your chest. Allow your head to be heavy. Feel free to move your head a little bit. Feel free to move the chin a little bit closer to one shoulder, other shoulder. Mainly if you woke up with neck pain, with shoulder pain, with some tension in your head. Allow the facial muscles just to be heavy, just to relax. Okay? And maybe you stay still, or maybe move teeny tiny movement with the head. Stay there for 3 more breaths. You are this little seed which slowly start to crack. And if you think about when the seed is cracking, it means the seed is dying. Allow the picture you see about yourself. Yes, this is me. Allow it to crack. Allow it to die. Finding the divine essence within you. Stay there for a breath. And with the next inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Keep your legs in the position as they are. Lift both arms up towards the sky, reaching up. And as you exhale, place your right fingertips on the floor on the side and lean towards the rocks, okay? If you want to stay still, you are more than welcome. If you want to move a little bit, bend your left elbow. Imagine someone pulling your left elbow back. And feel free to stay here or draw big circles. To be honest, I really like, mainly at the beginning of the practice, I really like to move a little bit because you start to bring the blood flow back into certain areas. And if you want to move your head, feel free to turn your face towards the floor, towards the sky. Feel free to move. You start to feel how is your body if you're lifting your arm this morning, if you're turning your head this morning. Be curious what is happening. If you're cracking the skin of the seed, what kind of little roots are coming out? What kind of little leaves are start to get sprouted? Stay there for a breath. Nice. And if your arms have been moving, now keep the posture a little bit more still. Extend your arm, try to reach the rocks on the right side and just stay there for 3 breaths. And as you're staying here for 3 breaths, again, might be with every exhale, you have a new sensation. Maybe your body go a little bit further, a little bit deeper. Check out how it feels. If you don't have sensations because of the movement, still being present, still finding these teeny tiny sensations. And with the next inhale, lift the left arm up towards the sky. Bless you. Lift your left arm up. As you exhale, left fingertips on the floor. Okay, left fingertips on the floor. Stay there for a breath. Just come back to neutral. Bring everything back to neutral. And now lift your right arm up towards the sky and lean towards the other side. Perfect. And again, bend your right elbow if you wish. And draw little circles with your arm and watch the difference between the two sides. Maybe this side you have more space, might be find a little bit less space. And breath by breath, you're lengthening the right side of your body, so maybe your left elbow getting more and more bent, lengthening your right side. Feel free to move your head, turn your head. And at one point, slowly come into stillness. The right side of your body getting longer and longer with every single exhale. Stay there for 2 breaths wherever you are. Just breathe, just sense, just feel. Be curious. What kind of plant will grow from this little seed? One more breath there. Nice. And with the next inhale, lift the right arm up towards the sky, reach. And as you exhale, fingertips on the floor again, stay there for 1 breath. Allow yourself to be grounded, rooted. Nice, perfect. And with the next breath, let's move into all 4 positions. So bring your knees together. If you want, cross your shins, roll over your knees, or legs behind you, feet behind you, and come into all 4 poses. And from all 4 positions, simply just walk your hands towards the leg, fingertips on the floor or palms on the floor, and try to reach the floor with your chest. Try to reach the floor with the chest. And again, just stay there for 4 breaths. Okay, you are not sitting on your heels. Your bum a little bit more away from the heels. And you try to reach the floor with the chest. Okay? Rafael, move the bum, move them forward, forward, forward. Exactly. And try to reach the floor with the chest. That's it. Stay there, breathe there. Make your exhale a little bit longer. Feel free to exhaling out through your mouth. Beautiful. And as you exhale, forearms, elbows on the floor, forearms, elbows on the floor, and shift your body weight forward, come into Sphinx pose. Okay? Lower your elbows, lower the forearms on the floor. Press your elbows into the floor, lift the chest, and bring the chin close to the chest. Your head is hanging, chin close to the chest. Again, if you want to move your head a little bit closer to the right shoulder, closer to the left shoulder, you are more than welcome. Okay? Slowly, 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 slowly. Extra slow, extra slow, extra slow. Okay? Super slow. You are experimenting. You are not just doing the posture or doing the head turn because I ask you to do. You do it because you're super curious how you feel if you move the head just a millimeter further. Nice. And now with the next inhale, bring your head back to neutral. Left forearm in front of you, and as you're bending your right knee, grab the right foot with the right hand. Keep the chest still lifted if your lower back happy, and And really gently invite your right foot towards the right buttocks. Right heel towards the right buttocks. Moving the right shoulder towards the leg. Chest still lifted. Nice. Just breathe. Just breathe. Perfect. Stay there for 2 or 3 more breaths. And don't forget, there is nothing to do. Just here, just being here, just feeling, just sensing, just removing the layers. Whenever thoughts coming into your mind that I'm not like this, not this and this, not enough, this and this and this, just exhale them out. Just release the layers. One more breath there. And change. Lower the right foot on the floor. And grab your left foot with the left hand and really gently invite your heel closer to the bum. And as you stay in this pose, make sure your chest is still lifted. You're still active in the pose. Okay. Make sure both hip point on the floor. Okay. So if you do the pose like this, move the hip point down towards the floor. Exactly. Keep the chest lifted. Good. Stay there for 2 more breaths. Perfect. And as you exhale, slowly release the left foot. Lower the chest, palms on the floor next to the chest, and slowly, slowly come into all 4 position. Come into all 4 pose. Tuck your toes under. Tuck your toes under and walk your hands towards your knees and lift your knees off the floor. Okay? Lift your knees off the floor, lift your heels as high as you can. Perfect. And bring the chin close to the chest. Again, if you have knee issue this morning or upper back issue, maybe move your chin just a little bit to the right, just a little bit to the left. Give a little space, create a little space. Bring the chin close to the chest. That's it. Exactly. Chin close to the chest. Exactly. Breathe into the area where you feel you need a little extra space. Stay there for the breath. And as you exhale, lift the chin. Separate your feet a little bit wider. Let's say hip width apart. And as you exhale, slowly start to straighten your legs. Lower your heels towards the floor, okay? As you're breathing in, bending your knees, try to keep your heels on the floor, heels flat on the floor, and lower your buttocks. Maybe your bum is close to your heels, maybe this is your position, that's fine. As you exhale, slowly straighten your legs, okay? Folding forward. Let's do it 3 more times. Breathing in, lower the bum, lifting the chest. As you exhale, straighten your legs. Good. Try to keep your hands on the floor. Inhale, lower the bum. Maybe your bum close to the floor, maybe further from the floor, doesn't matter. Slowly straighten your legs. Good. Do it 1 more time in your own pace, in your own time. Exhaling out as your legs are getting longer. And stay in forward fold for this position if you're ready with the 3 rounds. Okay? And from there, huge circle with your arms. Lift your arms up towards the sky, reaching up. And interlace your fingers. Turn your palms towards the sky. Okay? Bend both knees. Bend both knees. And bring your arms parallel to the floor in front of you. Imagine someone pushing your belly button backwards. You start to round your spine. And feel free to bring your head between your arms. Okay? We will work a little bit with the spine. Keep your legs as they are. Inhale, release your hands. As you exhale, interlace the fingers behind you and now arch. Lift the chest towards the sky. Try to reach the sky with the hands. Inhale, release your hands. As you exhale, interlace the fingers. Turn your palms towards the leg. Round your spine. Some are pushing your belly button backwards. Inhale, release your hands. Hands behind you, arch. Lift the chest. Perfect. And again, inhale, release your hands. As you exhale, interlace the fingers behind you, pushing the belly button back, 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 round the spine. Beautiful, nice. 2 more times. Breathing in. As you exhale, lift, lengthen the front. Good. Inhale, release. As you exhale, round and round and round. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, arch, lift the chest, lift your hands up. Inhale. As you exhale, round and round and round. Beautiful. Straighten both legs, lift both arms up towards the sky, keep the interlace, breathe in here. And as you exhale, lengthen the side of the body. Slowly lean towards the entrance. Lean towards the entrance. Or other side, doesn't matter. We are working on both sides. Just don't forget which is the side you are working on. Stay there for 2 more breaths. Find the softness. And as you see, the sky is amazing and beautiful. As you see, the nature is amazing and beautiful. You are exactly the same. You are part of this amazing, beautiful picture. Inhale, bring your arms back to the center and lean towards the other direction. Okay? Perfect. Stay there for 2 or 3 breaths. As you're removing the layers, going deep down, and I don't say it is comfortable, finding the divine within you. As you do this little journey, instead of victim of other people, instead of victim of your life, you became the hero of your life because you're doing a very hard job. And with the next inhale, bring your arms back to the center. Release your hands, interlace the fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And as you exhale, slowly folding forward. When you are in forward fold position, both legs are straight, both arms reaching up towards the sky. Straighten both legs. And bend only your right knee. Okay, bend your right knee, left leg straight. Turn the chest towards the leg, left leg. Stay there, breathe there. Just breathe. Bend your right knee a little bit. Keep the left leg nice and long. Beautiful. Perfect. Exhaling out. You are going deep down. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, sometimes it's comfortable. Change the side. Inhale, both legs straight. As you exhale, bend your left knee. Turn the chest towards the right leg. Just breathe. Just trust that breath by breath your body will go further and further. Just trust that you have a support from the universe as you're going through life, even it seems it's really difficult now. And as you exhale, slowly release, soften both knees. Fingertips on the floor, downward facing dog. Walk your hands towards the front edge of the mat, come into downward facing dog. And just pedal with your feet couple of times, okay? Just walk with your feet. Feel free to swing your hip to the left, swing your hip to the right. Maybe shake your head, maybe nod your head. Anything feels good. Nice. Stay in downward facing dog for a breath. Perfect. And with the next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Bend your right knee, lift the right hip. Stay there for 2 breaths. Allow your right leg to be super heavy. Feel free to draw little circles with your ankle. Nice. Lift your right hip. Perfect. Stay there for a breath. Good. And as you exhale, bring your right knee next to the chest like you want to kiss your knee. Round the spine. Back to the previous pose. Lift your right leg, bend your right knee, lift the right hip. As you exhale, right knee, right elbow together. If you want to extend, straighten your right leg or practice Kundalini, feel free. Inhale. Lift the right leg, bend your knee, lift the hip. As you exhale, opposite leg, opposite arm. Left elbow, right knee. Perfect. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. And as you exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Come into low lunge position. Right foot between your hands, left knee lifted. Look up, bend your right knee, bend your front knee, bend your front knee, breathe in, lift the chest. As you exhale, front leg straight, folding forward. Let's move between these 2 poses 2 more times, and after we'll stay in the posture, okay? Bend your knee, lower the hip, lift the chest. As you exhale, front leg straight. Use brick or block underneath your hand if they are not touching the floor. Bend your knee, pelvis heavy, lift the chest, look up, look up, look up. As you exhale, front leg straight. Stay in this pose for 3 breaths. Move the right hip back, left hip forward. That's it. Find the pose which is yours. If you want to continue working, bending the knee, straightening the leg, that's fine. Stay there for 2 more breaths. You are going deep, deep down, finding the magic. And with the next inhale, we are moving into standing split. Bend your front knee, come back into low lunge. Hands on the walk your hands a little bit further forward, and as you're shifting your body weight in the right leg, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Stay there, breathe there. Both hands on the floor or on a brick on a block. Breathe in here. As you exhale, soften both knees. Bring the left knee close to the chest. If you keep the brick here, you can keep both hands on. Inhale, back to standing split. Lift the left leg up. As you exhale, soften both knees. Left knee next to the chest. And again, lift the left leg up. Beautiful. 2 more times. Soften both knees. Knee next to the chest. Lift the leg, lift, 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 lift. Soften both knees. Lift the leg. Good. Beautiful. Again, soften both knees. Bring the left knee next to the chest and stay there. Stay there. Bring your palms together next to your heart. This might be a little bit challenging, so take your time, please, okay? And slowly bring the left knee next to the chest. Bring the hands next to the chest, coming up into standing. Here we are. Warrior 2. As you exhale, huge step with the left foot. Bring your arms parallel to the floor. Come into your Warrior 2 position. Bend your front knee. Make sure your ankle underneath your knee, okay? So if you are in this position, walk the foot a little bit forward. Bend your front knee. Pelvic floor muscle engaged, so your body is super light. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, simply just reverse your warrior. Hand on the straight leg or on your lower back. Inhale, arms parallel to the floor. As you exhale, side angle. Press your elbow against your knee, reach up or reach forward, okay? 2 more times on each side. Breathing in. As you exhale, side angle, reverse warrior, sorry. Breathing in. As you exhale, side angle. You still breathing. You still aware. One more time, inhale. You're still aware. If something getting a little bit more challenging, you're just there, you're just watching, you're just observing. You're going deeper and deeper, further and further. Inhale. As you exhale, side angle. Stay there for a breath or 2. Reach up or reach forward. Beautiful. Inhale, both legs are straight, both arms reaching up towards the sky. And from there, your right toes pointing towards the leg. Turn your right toes out. So we are moving into goddess pose or horse stance position. Bring your palms together next to your heart. Bend your knees. Imagine your invisible friend standing behind you, pulling your knees a little bit backwards. Your toes pointing towards the short edge of the mat. As outward as far as you can. Stay there. Press your palms against your inner thighs. Press your palms like you're pushing your knees a little bit even more backwards. Lift the chest. And as you exhale, turn the chest towards the leg. Twist a little bit towards the left, right. Inhale back to the center. As you exhale, other side. Beautiful. 2 more times on each side. Inhale. Lower the bum, lift the chest. Exactly. As you exhale, twist. Work slowly. Breathing in. As you exhale, twist. Beautiful. 1 more time on each side. Breathing in. Sit a little bit deeper if your body is happy. Inhale back to the center. As you exhale, twist. Good. Come back to the center. Stay there for the breath. Sit a little bit deeper. Bring your palms together next to your heart. Only 1 breath. Inhale, both legs are straight. Both arms reaching up towards the sky. And we are moving into position that turning your right toes towards the front edge of the mat. Turning the left toes towards the front edge of the mat. Lift your left heel. Okay? Lift your left heel. Find your balance. Beautiful. Bring your palms together next to your heart. Warrior 3. Soften your front knee and shift your body weight on the front leg. Left toe still on the floor. If you want, you are immediately warrior three. You don't have to follow me, okay? And lift the left leg off the floor. Okay? If you still new for warrior three, please stay there. If you want a little extra challenge, arms reaching forward. Arms reaching forward. This is your inhale. As you exhale, exactly the same as in standing split. Bring the left knee close to the chest. Bring your elbows close to your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Make your whole body super, super, super long. You don't have to do this, is optional. As you exhale, left knee next to the chest, elbows next to the knee. Okay? And again, one more time. As you exhale, bend. Good. Inhale back to warrior three, wherever you've been. And because I know everyone loves standing split, hands on the floor, lift your left leg up towards the sky, come into standing split, and now we will stay here for 3 breaths. Okay? If you want to keep bricks or blocks underneath your hands, feel free. Walk your hands just a fraction closer to the right foot as you have your exhale. Leave the left leg just a fraction higher. Keep it nice and long, keep it lifted. If it's not your cup of tea, both feet on the floor, you are in forward fold position. Stay there for a breath. Nice. As you exhale, both feet on the floor, hip width apart, folding forward. Feel free to grab your elbows, hands on your elbows. Soften your knees a little bit. If you want, just allow your arms to hang. Swing your upper body to the right. Swing your upper body to the left. Perfect. Swing your body right and left. Maybe move the head. Last breath wherever you are. Beautiful. Soften your knees. Huge circle with your arms. Come up to standing, reaching up, 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 up. As you exhale, hands next to your heart. Big circle with your arms. Lift your arms up, reach. You connected with the sky. You connected with the earth. Bring your hands next to the heart, the center of your being. Stay there for 1 or 2 breaths. And just remind yourself, yes, we are all have layers on this divine self. And these layers making you whatever is your name, whatever is your gender, whatever is your job, wherever you live, they kind of defining you in this world, in this material world, in this society. But who you really are, it doesn't really matter, is completely unattached from this picture. And as we go through life, we're just peeling all of these layers away. And as you have these layers, everyone has the layers. But when we reach the point when we are able to see the divine in ourselves and in other person, that will be the moment when we can completely open our heart and just give and receive love without questioning, without waiting anything in exchange. And maybe there are some moments in our life when we are able to do this. But this is the aim, this is where we are kind of heading. Stay there for a breath. And with the next inhale, open your eyes, release your hands, hook your thumbs, open the fingers nice and wide, and lift your arms up towards the sky and stay there for 3 breaths. Try to reach the sky with your hands, try to reach the wall behind you with your hands, lengthening the front, opening the front. Just breathe. Again, don't forget, nothing particular to do, just feel, just sense. Someone pulling your wrist backwards. Good, nice, stay there for a breath. As you exhale, soften your knees. Fold forward, interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, lift your hands towards the ceiling. Both legs are straight, folding forward. As you exhale, bend your knees, hands on the floor, step back into downward facing dog. If you want to practice the vinyasa, this is your turn. If you want to stay in downward facing dog, please stay in downward facing dog. Or practice plank if you want to activate the abdominal region. Okay? Good. And from downward facing dog, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Bend your left knee, lift the left hip up. Stay there only for 2 breaths. Lift the left hip. Lift, 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 lift. Feel free to draw some circles with the ankle. Nice. Stay there for a breath. Lift, 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 lift. Exactly. As you exhale, left knee next to the chest. Kiss your knee, round the spine. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the left leg. Bend your knee, lift the hip. As you exhale, left elbow, left knee together. Again, if you have any variation in your head, feel free. Inhale, lift. As you exhale, opposite leg, opposite arm. Right elbow, left knee. Beautiful. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. As you exhale, low lunge, step your left foot between your hands, fingertips on the floor. Allow the pelvis to be nice and heavy. Look up, lift the chest, breathing. As you exhale, slowly straighten your front leg. If your front leg is not completely straight, don't worry too much. Work with what you have right now. Let's do it 2 more times. Bend your front knee, lower the hip, lift the chest. As you exhale, front leg straight, folding forward. As you going deep down, try to find the divine, the God within you. You have to be careful because these minds they can just collapse in any moment. Just work with the breath, be gentle, and when your front leg is straight, stay in this position for 3 breaths. Okay? Stay there for 3 breaths. Move the left hip back a little bit, right hip forward. Exactly, that's nice. Use your brick or block if you feel is a little bit challenging this morning to fold forward. Shift your left hip back, left hip back. That's the right, left. Aha, exactly, good. Beautiful. Last breath here. And with the next breath, bend your front knee, come back into low lunge position and standing split. As you're walking your hands slightly with forward, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Feel free to use bricks and blocks. Stay there for a breath. Lift your right leg, make sure the right. And as you exhale, soften your knees, right knee next to the chest, kiss your knee, round the spine. 2 more times. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, right knee next to the chest. Don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, right knee next to the chest. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, right knee next to the chest, and now stay in this position. We are going up to standing. Bring the palms together next to your heart. And as you're bringing the right knee close to the chest, you're coming up into standing. Warrior 2, huge step with the right foot, arms parallel to the floor. Bend your front knee, check your knee and check the ankle, okay? Walk the foot a little bit forward, good, beautiful. Pelvic floor muscle engage, you super light. Breathe in. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand on the straight leg or on your lower back. That's okay. Inhale, warrior 2. As you exhale, side angle. Bend your front knee, bend your front knee, bend your front knee. 2 more times. Inhale, warrior 2. As you exhale, reverse. Make sure the back leg is still nice and long. Inhale, warrior 2. As you exhale, side angle. Work with the breath. Beautiful. 1 more time. Each side. Inhale. As you exhale, reverse. Be kind with yourself. If by any reason your body is not happy to do this today, don't do. Inhale. As you exhale, side angle. Stay there for 2 breaths. Try to reach the lake with the fingertips. Turn the chest towards the sky. 1 more breath wherever you are. Inhale, both legs straight, both arms reaching up towards the sky. Reach. Horse stance pose, goddess pose. Turn your right toes out. Bend your knees. Walk your feet a little bit closer and bring the palms together next to your heart. Bend your knees. This is your version 1. Feel free to stay in this position, okay? Version 2, lift your heels off the floor. Lower your heels on the floor. Okay, version 2, don't do this if it's not your cup of tea. Version 3, lift your heels and stay there. Version 4, upper body parallel to the floor, open your arms nice and wide. Imagine you are one of these birds in the sky. Find your pose. Stay there for 2 more breaths. Version 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter. Find your pose. That's it, exactly. 2 more breaths wherever you are. If it's getting challenging, remind yourself, yes, I'm going deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm the miner. I'm going to a meeting, a date with myself. Next inhale, slowly both legs straight, both arms reaching up. And as you exhale, give a little break for your body. Turn your toes in, heels out, folding forward. Fold forward. Wide-legged forward fold. Stay there for 3 or 4 breaths. Catch your breath. Lift the inner arches of your feet. Exactly. Outer edge pressing into the floor. Hands on the floor, walking backwards. Grab the big toes with the first 2 fingers. Hands on your hip. Any version. Okay? And every exhale, slowly lift the kneecap straight on your leg. Inhale, you can soften a little bit. Just a millimeter. Exhale, straighten. Soften as you're breathing in. Turn your toes a little bit in. It's easier. Last breath there. Good. And with the next inhale, soften your knees, come up to standing, huge circle with your arms reaching up. And turn your left toes towards the front edge of the mat. Turn your right toes towards the front edge of the mat. Lift your right heel. Breathe in. Find your gazing point, palms together next to your heart. Feel free to go immediately to warrior 3. I talk you through. If you want, come with me. Bend your front knee. Right toes on the floor. Roll the shoulders back, back muscles working. Keep your eye on a gazing point. Keep the front leg straight. Front leg, exactly. Beautiful. If you want, stay there, or as you're breathing in, arms reaching forward, lift the chest, lift the chest, lift the chest. Engage these muscles. And right knee next to the chest, elbows next to the knee. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bend. Okay, it's optional, you don't have to do. 2 more times. Inhale. As you exhale, bend. Beautiful. Last time. Inhale. As you exhale, bend. Warrior 3. Long leg, long arm, or any arm position, and get ready for standing split again. Both hands on the floor. Lift your right leg up. Stay there for 3 breaths. Watch how easier. Maybe you find much more ease now than you done the posture first time. Exactly the same. We're going deeper and deeper. And one day when you reach the bottom, you think, oh, it wasn't too bad. Stay there for a breath. And as you exhale, both feet on the floor, hip distance apart, folding forward. Feel free to again stay in the previous position, or if you have neck issue, it's quite nice to interlace the fingers behind your neck, not the head, behind the neck. Bring your elbows close to each other, soften your knees, and allow your arms to be super heavy. Exactly. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Swing your upper body a little bit to the right, to the left, if it feels good. Nice. Beautiful. Stay there for the breath. And now we are going to sit on the floor. So as you exhale, release your hands, bend your knees, lower the bum, and not just sitting on the floor, but lying on the floor. We still have a couple of minutes, so don't be too excited. We are not resting yet, but very soon, okay? I promise. Good. Lie down on your back. Lift both legs up towards the sky. Lift both arms up towards the sky. Okay? Interlace the fingers, just the first 2 fingers pointing towards the ceiling, like a revolver. Here you are. Beautiful. Now, as you're breathing in, lift the head, lift the chest. Try to reach the sky with your hands. Lift the head, lift the chest. Lower the left leg towards the floor and twist to the right. Arms outside of the right leg. Inhale back to the center. Lift your leg, lift your arm. As you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale. You can lower the head and shoulder, chest on the floor if it's too much. As you exhale, twist. Inhale, center. If you're happy, keep them lifted. As you exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, lift. As you exhale, twist to the right. Right hand behind the head if your neck getting tired. Breathing in. As you exhale, twist. Beautiful. Inhale, lift both shoulder blades off the floor. Twist to the right, lift the right shoulder blade off the floor if that's available. Breathing in. As you exhale, twist. Amazing. Breathing in. If it's too much, just rest. As you exhale, twist. Otherwise, just stay and do. Inhale. As you exhale, twist. Yes, we have good days, bad days. We have postures which are very comfortable. 5 more times on each side. Some postures which are challenging. How do you react? You give up. You push yourself too hard. You say, okay, let's do one more, and after we'll say, maybe I will rest. What is your relationship with hardship? What is your relationship with pleasure? 3 more times on each side. Work slowly. Good. If you're tired, rest. Say thank you very much. Yes, I've done it. This is what I could done. And after 1 breath or 2 breaths, continue. Okay? Good. If my counting is fine, 1 more time on each side. Only 1 more time. Only 1 more time. Okay? Almost there. Almost there. Beautiful. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist. Nice. Lower the back on the floor. Legs into butterfly pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. Open your knees wide. Rest your hands on your tummy. Feel the warmth of your hands. Just a couple of breaths here. Say thank you for your body doing all of these amazing postures, concentrating, being with you, supporting you, going through this journey down, 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 deep down to meeting with you, which is not the name, which is not your job, which is not your family, which is not your country. Your essence, the divine essence. And with the next inhale, slowly bring your knees together. Separate your feet as wide as your pelvis, as your hip, and walk your heels close to the buttocks. Okay, half bridge or full wheel position is the next pose. Arms alongside of your body, heels very close to the bum. And as you inhale, lift your bum, lower back, middle back, upper back. Option 1, interlace the fingers behind you. Walk your shoulders close to each other and stay there. Option 2, press your palms into the floor underneath your shoulders and lift the chest. That's it. Beautiful. Find your position. Try to keep looking up instead of looking to the side. You can injure your neck if you're looking to the side in this pose. Stay there for 2 more breaths wherever you are. Beautiful. Chest is traveling forward if you are in full wheel. Nice. 1 more breath wherever you are. As you exhale, slowly release the pose. Vertebrae by vertebrae, release your hands. Spine on the floor. Beautiful. Bring both knees next to the chest. Bring both knees next to the chest. Lift both legs up towards the sky. And recline pigeon. Please bend your right knee. Place the right ankle on the top of your left thigh. Actually, it's underneath your knee a little bit. And hands behind your left knee. And slowly, gently pull your left leg towards the chest. Keep the left knee bent or keep the left leg straight. It's really up to you, okay? If your knee bent, maybe you keep your hand on your shin instead of behind the knee. Exactly. That's it. Beautiful. Rest your head on the floor. Doing Buddhist bend this knee. Okay? Flex this foot. Move this knee away from you. Away. Okay. Exactly. Here you are. Here you are. And try to keep the bone on here instead of stretching the outer ankle. Is it okay? Nice. Lift the head a little bit. Lower down. Good. Stay there. Breathe there. 3 more breaths. Keep the lower back flat on the floor. Keep your head on the floor. Your right knee is aiming towards the leg. You can press your right elbow against your right knee if you want. Left knee is getting closer and closer to the chest. You do this practice because that was your decision to do this practice. You are not the victim of my recommendation. It was your decision, as your life is your life, and you are not the victim of the circumstances. You are not the victim of anyone. You have the power to make your decisions. 1 more breath there. And as you exhale, keep your legs as they are. Release your hands. Release your hands. Open your arms nice and wide. Okay? Open your arms nice and wide. Rest your hands on the floor. Lower the left foot on the floor just for a moment. Keep your left knee bent. And shift the bum a little bit towards the right. Move the buttocks towards me. And lower your knees to the left. Lower your knees to the left. Exactly. Let's twist. Beautiful. Perfect. Nice. If you can, lower both knees towards the floor. In this case, your twist is getting very deep. Okay? If it's too much, lower both knees towards the floor. Of course, keep the right knee slightly bit away. Perfect. Stay there for 3 breaths. I think in twist you don't need the block. Let's try with the pillow or maybe nothing. Yeah, pillow is good. Okay? Good. And the beauty is if you're able to see the divine within yourself, the beauty is, in this case, there is a bigger chance that you are able to see in other people. And this is, we already been talking about it yesterday, this is how you heal the world. Healing yourself, healing the world is kind of equal. So if you want to live in a better life, in a better world, if you want a better world for your children, for your grandchildren, heal yourself first. With the next inhale, slowly bring your knees back to the center. Perfect. And again, lift both legs, release your legs, lift both legs up towards the sky. One breath there. And let's do reclined pigeon on the other side. Bend your left knee, rest your left ankle on the right thigh, and hands behind the right leg. Right leg straight, right knee bent, make your decision. Okay? Stay there for 3 breaths. Perfect. Nice. So keep this ankle here. No, not the ankle. Ankle, this one, here. No, I showed here. Exactly, like this. And feel free to bend your right knee, okay? Flex both feet. Lower back flat. Lower back flat. Exactly. Super. Stay there for a breath. Okay. Get ready for twist. Keep your legs as they are. Open your arms nice and wide. Lower the right foot on the floor, and before you do the twist, shift the pelvis a little bit to the left. Move the pelvis a little bit towards the entrance, and lower your knees to the right, okay? Maybe both knees on the floor, maybe one knee is a little bit further, doesn't matter. Good. Perfect. As your left knee is getting closer and closer to the floor, you are deepening the twist. You are deepening the twist. Exactly. And now your left arm nice and heavy, left shoulder nice and heavy, so you create a little extra space there. 2 more breaths. And with the next inhale, slowly bring your knees back to the center. Hug your knees next to the chest, rock side to side. If you want to practice full wheel one more time, you are more than welcome. If your body wants to practice any extra posture, any inversion or anything, whatever pops into your mind, use this next couple of moments, 3 or 4 breaths, to practice anything you wish. If your body happy to finish the practice, come into Shavasana, spread your legs and arms nice and wide. If you don't want to be in Shavasana, just come up into seated posture. Okay? Anything feels good. Anything feels good. Find your pose. Find your last position. And even if your neighbor is walking on the ceiling, you don't have to. You can come into Shavasana. If you are in Shavasana, have a nice deep inhale through your nose. And exhaling out. And remind yourself as you exhale to say thank you for yourself doing this very, very, very hard job. And I'm not talking about earning the money, but that every single morning you wake up and give a chance for yourself to go deeper and deeper, finding the connection with yourself, self with big S. Some days is easier, some days is more challenging. Some days you might find you are super alone and you don't have any support. But if this is what you think, this is what your impression, don't forget you have all of the ancestors who's been living in front of you, before you. You have all of them to support you. And I'm not talking about only your dad and mom, but thousands and thousands of people. Just relax your head. All of their hopes, all of their strength, all of their talents are within you. You are not just this body, not just this life. All of the experiences are within you. In your heart, in your mind, you're carrying them. You are carrying their divinity. Bless you. Say thank you for yourself waking up this morning, coming into the class, doing the practice, connecting with your body, connecting with your breath, connecting with these amazing, beautiful souls, your ancestors, connecting with your own power. Even if you feel you are not powerful this morning, maybe just some layers covering your divine power. With every exhale, just removing these layers, just unrevealing who we really are, breath by breath, moment by moment. And when you see yourself clearly, without obstructions, without layers, when you see that your life is your creation, and you see that you cannot point to anyone, you cannot blame anyone, that's the moment you realize you are not a victim of anyone. have this life because you created this life for yourself. And when you connected with your own power, your real power, that's the moment when you know no one and nothing can stop you. And you can live your life on your full potential. Bless you. Slowly start to deepen your breath. If you want to stay in Shavasana, feel free to stay still. If you're ready to finish the practice and coming up into seated pose, slowly lift your arms overhead and just stretch, lengthen your whole body. Lengthen one side, lengthen your other side. Slowly bringing your knees close to the chest, rocking side to side if you feel it's something your body wants to do. And slowly rolling onto your side. Find a way to come up into seated pose. If you are upright, bring your palms together next to your heart. Close your eyes, breathe in through your nose. And as you exhale, bow your head. And give thanks for yourself being who you are. And give thanks for everything that has happened in your life. It was all for a purpose and all part of your journey. The suffering and the pain, as well as the joy and the love. This world is a beautiful place. Live in it with all your heart. Namaste. Thank you very much, all of you, being here this morning and sharing the practice. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy your breakfast. Wherever you go, whatever you do, hopefully you will see the divine in everything. Enjoy.